Okay, 47 students have been joined. We'll wait for 5 minutes and then we'll start at 9:20. Okay. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Roll number 6 absent. Roll number 7, 8, 9 absent. Roll number 9. 10, 11, 12. Roll number 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Roll number 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Roll number 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28 missing. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 50, 50. Roll number 50, 50, missing. 51, 52, 53, 53 missing. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 59 and 60 missing. 61, 62, 63, 64. Roll number 64. 6, 9, 12, 18, 24 is there present. 28 missing. 50 missing. 53 not present. 59 absent. 60 absent. Okay. So let us start with the new drawing. In last practical, we have seen the draw toolbar. Okay. Now in today's session, we are going to see the draw toolbar along with the modify toolbar along with it. Okay. So today's session will be dedicated for the modify toolbar. We will see what is the move command in that, copy, right, stretch, rotate, mirror, scale, trim, fillet and chamfer, array, erase, then this is explode, and next one is the offset command. So these this much command we are going to see, and along with that we are going to add few more features, that is for annotations and text, how to use the text option. Okay, so there is a request for students to use the AutoCAD regularly. How many of them have used the AutoCAD, have practiced the draw toolbar? Yes, any difficulty in draw toolbar? Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think I have to give few assignments now on draw, modify, and annotations. Okay. So after, because in the previous practical we cannot give because we have not completed the modify and annotation. But after completion of this today's practical, I will give few questions. So you have to solve those questions and you have to upload it. Okay. That will be the practice problem. It is not a term work problem, but it will be a practice problems. Okay. So now, yes. Let us start with the modify toolbar. But before that, there are a few settings which we do, right? What are those settings? First, we set the units. Whenever we open the AutoCAD, first thing which we do is we set the units. How much is the units? Precision level, we keep it as 0. Then insertion scale, we'll keep it as millimeter. Decimal as it is. So only these two changes you have to do. Click OK. Then after that, we are going to draw a rectangle, REC. Shortcut for rectangle is REC, enter. Okay. And the lower right corner, the first corner point will be 0, 0, enter. The other corner point will be 420, 297. 420, 297. Then that rectangle will not be visible to you, right? So how to make that rectangle visible? There is another command which is Z, enter. Then you have to press A, enter. Z, enter, A, enter. So this we have set for the practical now. So now we are going to study the modify toolbar. What are there in the modify toolbar? So for that, let us draw few figures so that I can use the first option, that is move option. So for move option, I will prepare one rectangle. Shortcut for rectangle is, shortcut for circle. If I want to prepare a circle and rectangle, okay. So REC, first I'll prepare a rectangle, REC, enter, first point, and then I'll just drag and leave it. So this is my object, which is I have created on a screen. Okay, in that I want to draw a circle. Shortcut for circle is C, enter, specify somewhere in the screen. So this object has been there on the screen. Now, the first command which is there in the modify, that is move command. Okay, so you can directly select that icon, right? So when you select that icon, read the command line. What the command line says, it says select the object. So while selection, there are two methods. One is the green rectangle. Okay, so whatever thing is lying half complete or incomplete inside this rectangle will get selected. Okay, get selected. So two objects has been selected. See here, you can see selected object, specify opposite corner, select two found. Okay, two objects has been found there. Okay, now what is the base point where you want to move, from which point you want to take a reference? So I want to move this object with considering this as a reference point. See, when I click any point, that will be the base point for moving the object. So now you can move it freely anywhere you want, or suppose if I want to move it by 150 mm, horizontal distance 150 mm, the object will automatically move with 150 mm. Is that clear? So if I want to move it vertical direction, again, now I'll select see what we can do. First we can select the object, then we can click the shortcut. Shortcut for move is M enter. Shortcut for move command is M enter. Okay. Then you have to, it will say that select the base point. Which point will be the base point? So I'll select the center as the base point. I want to move it in vertical direction. Now I want to move exactly vertical direction. So I'll make F8 on, that is ortho on. So now I can move only the vertical and horizontal direction. Okay. So now I want to move it by 200 millimeter. So the object has been moved by 200 millimeter. Is that clear? So this is regarding the move command. You can move the object anywhere you want. Then next is the copy command. If I want to copy the same object, okay. Now the object is being moved to another location, but I want 4 objects which has to be placed at 4 corners of this rectangle. Okay, the same object. This object has to be copied at 1, 2, 3, 4 locations. Okay. So now how we can do that? So while doing it, first of all, I will copy it here exactly at this location, first object. So select the command. You can click on the icon, or the shortcut for that command is CO enter. Okay. When you click on the icon, what it says, select the object, select these 2 objects, press enter. Then after that it will say select the base point. So I will select this as a base point, and then my ortho is on. So that's why we can copy only in horizontal and vertical direction. So make it off, ortho of F8, right? And you can move it wherever you want. Okay. Now it has been moved. So this is the feature where you can move this object at whatever location you want. You can move it. Okay. So this is regarding the copy. Now instead of copying right like that, suppose again I'll CO enter, select this object, okay, press enter. Now I want to merge exactly at this corner point. But what happens, suppose if I go it to merge it with the corner, then it won't match, right? We are facing a difficulty in merging or exactly matching with the corner point, right? So this difficulty can be solved while selecting the base point, right? Now how can we solve this? CO enter, right? Select the object. After selecting the object, click enter option. Then select the base point. Instead of selecting the center as the base point, which point you want to match? This point I want to match. So select that as a base point, and then wherever you want to match, you can click there. So this, using this feature, what you can do, we can exactly match where we want. Okay. So this was regarding the copy command. So again, I will select this rectangle, CO enter. I will select this as a base point. I will move it at another location, right? 2, 3, and 4, right? I'll create 4 objects of same thing. Now I want this object to be copied at this location exactly at same distance, whatever distance it is there. So I'll say select the object, use CO enter, copy enter. Then instead of selecting the object as a base point, I will select this point as a base point. Okay. So it will, yes, it will work. So exactly where you want to place, it will be placing at that particular location, right? So you can select any base point for copying that object. And you can copy n multiple objects. You can create n number of parts. Suppose if I see CO enter, and I'll select this as a base point, then you can create 5 components of this, or n number of components. How many components you want, you can copy it, right? Any difficulty in copy and move? Yes. Any difficulty in copy and move command?
No, sir.
Okay. So let us move to the next command, that is stretch. Stretch option is there. So what this stretch command do? So if I say select the stretch option, so while selecting it says select the object. So I want to select this rectangle and then press enter. So it says that select the base point. I will say this as a base point. Then it will stretch the length, or it can stretch the edge. If I want to stretch the edge of a rectangle, you can do that. Okay. Now I want to extend the width, or I want to extend the length of that. So how to do that? Stretch option, select the object. Okay. Select the object, press enter. Then you select this as a midpoint. Okay. First point, select the second point. On that same thing, same rectangle, I can select the second point for stretching. stretch option, select this rectangle, press enter, first point, second point, select this rectangle, stretch option, then you can select the base point, and then you can stretch the object. Or the shortcut for this, suppose if you want to extend it, so whenever you select the object, right, whenever we select the object, there are 4 salient points, right? You can see this square, blue color squares are there. So when you move your cursor freely over it, it turns red, right? And it shows the stretch this vertex, add the vertex, right? You can add or remove the vertex. Suppose if I want to add a vertex, you can add one more corner to it. Okay, again move to it, stretch. In that, repeat the stretch option, specify the point, right? You can move it at any location you want. Okay, so this feature is there. And then suppose if I want to extend its edge, right, select the rectangle, then at the mid you can see there is a small rectangle, and there also you can use the stretch option, right? Click there when it turns red and you can extend it. So this is the stretch option, which we rarely use. The stretch command we don't use regularly. Okay, we use move, copy, rotate. Okay, now next option which we are going to use is the rotate option. Now I will take this command, and suppose if I want to move this object, move your cursor over any of the point, right? It turns red, press enter. Then the first option which is there, that is the stretch option. Again press enter. It will say first select the object, press enter, stretch, press enter, move, press enter. You can repeat that command, move by some location. By selecting, dragging it directly, you can use the move option. I'll again show you this command. Okay, see, I want to move this object at the center without using the move command. So select the object, press. Now after that, just selecting the object, you move to any one point, it will turn red. Then press right, left on the mouse, and then you can press the space bar. When you press the space bar, what happens? See the command line, observe the command line. It says move the object. You can move it at any other location, right? So you can move it. So this is the shortcut for moving the object. No need to continuously select this or type the move command. Okay, now I want to rotate this. So the shortcut for rotation is arrow and enter, right? You can press arrow, then it will say select the object. I want to select this whole object. Then it will say what is the rotation. So I will select this as a center of rotation. Now you can rotate this object with some angle. Suppose if I want to rotate with minus downward direction. So if I want to rotate in clockwise direction, we have to input minus 45 degree. So the object will get rotated in clockwise direction. And suppose if I put 45 degree, then it will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So positive will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Negative angle will rotate it in clockwise direction. Okay, again I'll show you the same command. I want to rotate this by again 45 degree. Rotate, arrow enter, select the base point, and then I will say angle minus 45. So exactly it will turn with 90 degree. Okay, so this is the option for rotation. Again I can use the same option, right? Select the object, move your cursor on any of the key, right? It will turn red. Click, left click mouse, right? Then after that, enter the space bar. First option is stretch, second option is move, third option is rotate. And then you can type the angle 180 degree, it will rotate, and then press escape, right? We can use that option as well. Okay, so this option is available. So you can use this option and you can rotate the object wherever you want. You can rotate it. Any difficulty in rotation? Any difficulty in rotation? Am I audible there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the card?
सर वो एंगल कैसे मार्क करते एक बार फिर से बताना रोटेशन में.
हाँ बताता हूँ. Okay. Roll number 6 absent. Roll number 9 absent. Roll number 12 absent. Roll number 18 absent. Where are those? Roll number 18 absent, roll number 28. I hope you have fed the correct roll number. This semester roll number is there. Okay, 28 is present. Roll number 50, 50. Yes,
Yes, sir,
present.
present.
53, present. 59, present. 60, present. Okay. So roll number 6, 9, and 12 are absent. Are they present? Roll number 6, 9, and 12. Roll number 6, 9, and 12. What about 65? Yes, 65 is present. Fine. Now, where is the 64 roll number? Okay. Yes, so what was the doubt? You have to rotation, how to enter the angle. Okay. So again, I want to rotate this by 90 degree. So you can use this rotate option, right? Select the object. After selecting the object, press enter. After pressing the enter key, you have to specify the base point, select this as a base point, then specify the angle. So now if I want to rotate in clockwise direction, so I will give an input of -90 with the keyboard, and then I press enter. So it will rotate by -90 degree. Is that clear? Your doubt of rotation?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then next is the mirror option, right? So the mirror is creating a mirror image of this object. Now, suppose if I want the mirror image of the object which I have drawn on the screen, right? I want a mirror image. I don't want to copy this. So for creating a mirror image, suppose if I go and if I say that I want a mirror image of a selected object. So select the object, press enter. Then it says that specify the first point on a mirror line. So there should be some mirror line, then only that object will get mirrored. So I will select this as a mirror line, right? 2 points. And do you want to erase the source object? Do you want to keep the source object or you want to erase? So I'll say that yes, I don't want to erase. No. So both the object will be there. So I'll create a mirror image of this. Now, suppose if I want to create a mirror image about some line. Okay. So first for that, we need to draw a vertical line. I will draw a vertical line, okay? And then with the help of this line, I can mirror this object. Now let's see, for that the shortcut for mirror is MI enter. Please note down the shortcuts, okay? The shortcut for mirror is MI enter. Then select the object. 1 second. I want to select only this object, but what is happening now? See here. First select the object. If I'm going to use the green color rectangle, what is happening? The complete object is getting selected. Along with that, the outer rectangle is also getting selected. So what is the solution for that? Yes, anyone? Yes, anyone?
Sir, from top left you can drag.
Yes, we can drag it from top left so that we can say that it is a blue color rectangle, right? So if I drag it from here, what will happen? Only the object which completely lie inside the blue region will get selected. Okay. So once the object is selected, press enter. So all the objects which were there, 4 objects are there, which has been selected. Now they say that specify the first point on a mirror line. Always you have to read the command line. Which line? This command line is very important. Okay. So once you are giving the command, this command line will reflect what is the next step. So select the first point, select the second point. Then do you want to erase the source object? No. Previously what I have done, I have clicked no. Now suppose if I do yes, then what will happen? The source object will get erased and the new object will be presented. Is that clear? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now this was regarding the mirror option. Next is the scale option. Now what is the scaling option? Scaling option, suppose if I want to scale this object by 2x, 3x, right? Multiplying or enlarging or compressing the object, right? That we can do using the scale option. Shortcut for scale is SC, right? Or you can click on this icon, right? And we can get the scale option. Yes, one more thing. Please go through this icons. Okay, go through this icon. I will prepare one quiz for you in which you have to select what the command is named for. You have to type there. I will show this icon. Then you have to select, in options will be given, select the copy command. So exactly you have to select the command. So there will be one quiz which will be based on the icons or the commands. Means I will just, because those who don't have the AutoCAD software, right, they has to go through this video thoroughly so that they can attempt the quiz. In the quiz, what will be the questions? I will just give an example. Suppose if what is the shortcut for circle, right? What is the shortcut for circle? What is the shortcut for mirror, right? Those simple questions will be there. Though it is simple, but when you make a list of these shortcuts, right, it will create a big list, right? So such type of questions will be there. So I will post a quiz after this practical session or before tomorrow morning, right? Will take some time for preparing the quiz, but surely there will be a quiz on this practical 1 and practical 2. That is, practical 1 will be based on draw toolbar, practical 2 modify toolbar. Such quizzes will be there so that I will be able to understand what is the understanding level of this particular software. Okay, moving to the scale option. Shortcut for scale is SC enter, right? Shortcut is SC enter, or on the screen itself you can see that there is an icon, right? This icon gives the scale option. So select this option. Then it says select the objects, which object you want to scale. So I will select that this object I want to scale. Yes, then press enter. Once you press enter, it says specify the base point. Specify the base point of a scaling. So now let us specify this as a base point. Then after selecting the base point, it will say that specify the scaling factor or scale factor. So I'll say that I want to make it 2.5 times bigger. This object I want to make 2.5 times bigger. Are you getting it? Right? What is the scaling option? We can enlarge this object, right? Now, I will again copy this object, paste it somewhere, right? Here I'll make it a copy. So this is the origin now which I have copied. Second object, copy, and third object. Okay. Now I want to reduce this size to original. Scale, right? Base factor, base point, and I want to reduce by size 0.2, right? You can reduce the size by 0.2. Suppose if I want to again reduce the size by 2, so scaling factor, I want to make it half, right? So 0.6, right? I can bring it to original shape also. So this can be used whenever I want to use a scale option. If I want to enlarge the object or I want to reduce the object. For reducing, what you have to put less than 1. The value will be less than 1, so it will get reduced. And if we put 2, 3, 1.5, then that is the multiplying factor. With the help of that, we can increase the size of that object. So this was regarding the scaling. Next command is that is the trim option. Okay, so trim the object to meet edges. Now what is the trim option? So I will recommend that instead of using this trim option, there are trim and extend options are available in this. Okay, so I'll show you both the object, what is trim and what is extend. Okay, so I'll draw one line which is passing through this object. Okay, now what I want that these lines to be erased. The in-between line has to be erased. Suppose if I want to erase this line, what will happen? If I select and delete, the complete line will get deleted. But I don't want to do that. I want to remove the line which is lying in between these two fences. Okay, so I can use this trim option. When you use the trim option, you select the line, it will get removed. Okay, select the part, it will get removed. So this is the benefit of trimming. Okay, I can remove the part which is there. But for trimming, what we require a fence, right? A boundaries required, so that we can trim it. Shortcut for that, you please note it down. This is very important, because whenever you are using a lower version, right, that time you may face problem. So better you use a shortcut for that. Whenever you want to use a trim option, you always go with the shortcut. Don't go with the command, right? So shortcut is TR, right? TR, and you have to press 2 times enter, double enter. TR, double enter. Okay, TR double enter, what will happen? So whatever edge you want to delete, that will get selected. That will get erased. So please note it down. The shortcut for trim is not single enter, it is having double enter, TR double enter. Any difficulty in trim? You can trim it off. Next is the fillet and chamfer. Okay, extend. One more command is there under the fillet, that is extend. Okay, I will draw a line. Okay, this is incomplete line. I want to extend this, and it will go and meet to the edge. So just try that extend option. So it says that extend boundary, crossing, mode, or so I want to extend. So select the object to extend. So directly it will go and touch to the object. So this is very simple. If I want to extend, suppose if the line is, this line is there, and I want to extend to the up to this edge, what you can do, you can use this extend option, select this line, it will go and touch the object. Any difficulty in extend? Right? Extend option, you can extend this in both the direction. Okay, yes, are you getting this? Extend and trim. Any difficulty in extend and trim? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this was regarding the extend and trim command. So now 68 participants are there. Let me check who has been added. Roll number 64 is absent. Yes. Roll number 6. Whether 6 is present? Roll number 6. No. Roll number 9. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Where were you? You were late for practical.
Yes, sir. My internet was down for a while, so I wasn't able to join or receive any messages.
Roll number 12. You were also late.
Yes, sir.
So roll number 6. Who is roll number 6? Okay, so blue selection. So let us move further. So this was regarding the trim and extend. Now next option which we are going to learn is that the fillet, and below that there is one more option, that is chamfer. Blend curve we are not going to learn at present, because we are not going to use this, because we are not going to draw any curve at present. So that's why I'm going to skip this. Just we are going to learn the fillet and chamfer. So in particularly we regularly use this fillet and chamfer. Whenever require this blend curve, I will teach you how to use that blend curve. At present we don't require that. Okay, so now just we'll see fillet option and then chamfer. So if there is a corner point, let us assume that there is a corner here. I want to make it circular, a chamfered, a fillet portion I want to make. I want to remove the sharp corner and I want to give a radius here. So how to do that? So for that, the shortcut directly on screen, you can select fillet option, read the command line, the command fillet is there, or the shortcut is F5, or sorry, F. Just you press F, the fillet option will get selected. Then if I select the first edge, second edge, no fillet will be there. Why? Because we don't have a radius. We have not specified the radius. The radius is 0. That's why you are not getting the fillet option. Please note it down, because this is the point where the student make a mistake. Whenever they are practicing the fillet option, they regularly ask why the fillet is not getting on the screen. I'm using the fillet option, F enter, but still it is not getting on the screen. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to give some radius of that fillet. So you have to press after selecting. See, the commands will be fillet, select the fillet. Then after that, R enter. You have to type R, press enter. See, what is the default fillet radius? Default fillet radius is 0. So now I'll give fillet radius as 10. Okay. Now if the fillet radius is 10, and then select the first point, select the second point, you will get a fillet. Are you getting it? Right? Suppose if I want to change, now here I want to give fillet of 25. Again, F enter, fillet, R enter. Now the default, it was 10 because earlier we have changed the fillet radius. Now I want to give a fillet radius of 25. Press enter, select the first line, select the second line, you will get a fillet. Okay, this was regarding the fillet option. Now let us learn about the chamfer. Any difficulty in fillet? Any difficulty in fillet?
No, sir.
Okay, let us move to chamfer option now. So in the chamfer, right, the second option under the fillet, there is a chamfer. When you select that, it will say that select the first line and second line. Select the first line, select the second line. Again, it is not showing any chamfer. Why? Because we have to specify the angle or distance. There are two methods for giving the chamfer. So select the chamfer, then you can select directly on the command line distance or angle, right? So first I will select D enter distance. It will say select the first chamfer distance. So I'll say that first chamfer distance 10 mm, second chamfer distance 10 mm. Select the first line, select the second line, right? So you will get a chamfer there. So we need to give a distance. So what is that distance? First distance 10 mm, second distance 10 mm. Now I want here horizontal distance as 20 and vertical distance as 10. So how to give that? Select the chamfer option, press D enter. Then the first distance I will give 20, second distance I will give 10, right? So first means whichever line you select first, that will be our first distance, and whichever line you select second, that will be our second distance. So first distance is how much? 20. Second distance is how much? 10, right? This was regarding the two different distance. Now let us try something different in that chamfer. There is another option, that is angle. So A enter. For angle, we'll press A enter. Now it says select the distance, chamfer length. So I want a chamfer length of 10 millimeter, and then it says how much is the angle. I'll say 45. Then it says select the first line and second line. So the chamfer distance will be 10, angle will be 45. So the first length which we are going to decide, that will, suppose if I want to give 30-degree angle, so again I can give chamfer, then A enter, first of 10 mm and 30-degree angle. So first 10 mm and angle 30 degree. Okay, so that we can use. Is that clear about the fillet and the chamfer? So these are the two things which we can use. Blend curve we can use when there are some edges, so that we are not going to. Now the next option is the array. Now what is array? Let us see the array. So I want to make an arrangement of a classroom. Okay, I Yes, wait for 2 minutes. My screen got disconnected. Okay, I'll be connecting in 2 minutes. Wait for 2 minutes. My screen got disconnected. Yes. Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So sorry for interruption. Now, are you able to see my screen? Wait. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we were in the array command. Okay, we were just starting the array. So I have drawn an object, right? This is a layout of a classroom. Just a rectangle is there. So this is the front portion. And I want to make a row benches arrangement of a benches in the classroom. Okay, so this is the desk arrangement is there. So I want to copy this at n number of locations. I want to make a column and rows of this. So with the help of this array option, right, with the help of this array command, there are three options: rectangular array, path, and polar array. You can use rectangular. I will show one by one how to use these three options, right? These are giving you three different variations, right? So first we'll study the rectangular array. In rectangular array, what it says, select the object. So I will select this object, then press enter. So when you press enter, it will give you the options, right? So how many columns you want? 4. How many rows you want? What is the distance between the column? What is the horizontal distance between the column? What is the vertical distance between the rows, right? Between and total distance. Okay. So now suppose if I want to, what is happening? Suppose if I increase the location, I want 10. So it is getting in the wrong direction. Even rows are also, suppose if I make it 10, right? It has been increased. So that we can reduce. Suppose if I want only 4 columns, okay, and I want this in the opposite direction. So there is an arrow you can see. So this arrow you can drag it downwards, right? So how much? 8 rows you can fix. Okay, so this arrangement you can do. Suppose if I want to move, you can just select the fixed point and you can move the object and Control Z. So if it is not working properly, you can use Control Z. So this is regarding the array. Okay, if I want to place an object at certain distance, okay, fixed distance, then you can use this array option. I'll again show you with some simple objects. I'll draw a circle. Okay, a base circle is there. I will use a rectangular array. Okay, select the object, press enter, right? You want it in vertical direction or in the downward direction, whatever direction you want, you can select. You can modify that. Suppose if I want to make number of columns 5, okay, then the distance between them, distance between it is 100, I will make 200. So we can increase that distance. Then similarly column rows, I want 10 rows, right? And distance between them is minus 107. So I'll make minus 200, right? So I can increase the distance. Is that clear? So, and if I want to come out from this, then you can click on the close this array. Okay, so this was regarding the rectangular array. If I want to use a circular array or polar array, how we are going to use that? So there is a round table conference, okay, and I want to place few chairs along that. Okay, I'll make some different arrangement in that. I'll make a rectangle chairs. Okay, yes, this is the positioning. Okay, and I'll just add few features in that. Control F8. Okay, just I have added some features in that. Okay, now I want to place a round table conference. I want to arrange this in a circular way. So for that we can go with the polar array. Polar array, once you select the object which you want to make an array, click, then it will say that specify the center point. You have to click enter, then it will say specify the center point. So the center of the circle will be the center for this array. Now how many, right, how many objects you want? So here it says 6. So I can make number of objects I want 10. Yes, I can go, I can make it 10 objects. Then number of rows, if I want 2, right, multiple of 2 I can use. Then I can rotate the origin object. You can see the object now it is rotated. If I don't want to rotate that, then what is happening? See, the chairs are being placed in the same fashion. If I click here, then it will rotate the object. So this, if you want to rotate it, you can use this. Is that clear? Now this feature we can use for dividing a circle into 8 equal parts. See here, if there is a circle is there, and I have drawn one vertical line, or let me draw a horizontal line. F8. If I want to draw horizontal line, F8, extend it, TR, double enter, trim it. Okay. Now I want to divide this into 12 equal parts. This circle into 12 equal parts. Yes, you can go with the array, polar array, select the object, this line, click enter, then select the base point as a center, and number of divisions I want 12, right? Automatically the circle will get divided into 12 equal parts. Is that clear? If I want to divide a circle into 12 or 8 equal parts in the AutoCAD, yes, you can do it. No need to draw horizontal or vertical lines in that. Okay, this was regarding the polar array, rectangular array. Any difficulty in these two arrays, polar or rectangle?
No, sir.
Okay, now let us see the path array. What is the path array? So for that, I'll draw some path for it. Okay, so this path is, yes, 1 second. For the path, I need to draw a continuous line. So instead of using this, I'll use a polyline, and using a polyline, I'll make a path so that it will be convenient for me for selecting. Okay, so this path is there, and there is an object, circular object is there. Okay, now I want to make an array in such a way that this circle will follow this path. So I can use this path array, select the object, yes, then press enter, select the path or curve path. Now at present I don't have a curve path, but it will work on the straight line also. So you can see that yes, the object has been copied along this circumference. Now align the object properly, yes, you can align it. Then you can measure the distance, you can make it tangential, right? Total how many options are there? 250. You can change the distance, I want 150, yes, right? You can reduce that, you can increase the distance, I want 250, right? And then you can click. Okay, so this is regarding the path array. So we have seen rectangular array, then we have seen a polar array and path array. Now next option in the array, after that the next option is the erase. Now if I click on the erase option, if I want to erase any of the object right here, suppose if I want to erase this, so complete object will get erased. So this option you can directly use with the help of keyboard, right? Select the object, press delete, that object will get erased. You can see the command line directly, it says, it doesn't say the delete option, it says erase. Select this object and press delete on the keyboard. What it says erase. So this is the same option which is available on our keyboard, that is the deleting the object. Okay, so it was very simple, already we were using that option. Suppose if I want to delete this line, select it, press delete, directly it will delete the object. Okay, so that command was also, it is available on screen, that is in the form of erase, removing the object from the screen. The next option is the explode, break a compound object into a component or objects, right? What is that? Suppose if I want to remove one bench from this array, right? So am I able to select that? See what happened if whenever object is drawn with an array, it is clubbed together, all the objects are clubbed together. I cannot delete one single object from it, right? If I go and select one single object, it will select the entire array. So in that, what we can do, we can break this array. How to break this array? Select this and, okay, 1 second, select this explode option, then select the object and then press enter. So now what happens, see, so now it has been broken into small pieces. Now you can delete the single object from it. Okay, so this is regarding the explode option. You can similarly, you can see here what happens. Suppose if I want to remove one line from it, okay, so that also you can do. Suppose if I want to select the object, it won't work, right? So explode this array, press enter. Now you can remove the part. Okay, this was regarding the array. Yes, one more feature I want to show it in array, polar array. Suppose I want an object to be filled only 180 degree. That is also possible here. So in polar array, I want to select this object. I want to select this as a base point and angle. So fill angle, I can make it here 180, right? Only 180 degree objects will get filled. Suppose 12 objects are there, it will get filled only for 180 degree. Suppose if I want 120 degree, that, yes, that much portion also you can use that option for filling this object. Okay, so that I want to show it here. Next is the offset command. The last command in the modify is the offset. So how we can use that offset command? Suppose if I want to draw parallel lines, I'll show it here itself. Okay, so I have one line with me, a parallel line is there. Okay, and I want to draw 10 lines of same at a distance of 10 millimeter. Okay, so I'll use this offset command. Shortcut is O enter, or you can use on the screen like that directly. Offset. Then it says specify the offset distance. So offset distance of 10 millimeter. Press enter. Then select the object and click the line. Right click whichever side you want. So it will create a parallel lines of 10 millimeter. Is it clear? So if I want to draw a parallel line, yes, you can do. Suppose if this circle is there with me and I want to draw another circle of 10 millimeter distance or 100 millimeter, select an array, distance is 100 millimeter, press enter, select this object, right? I can draw n number of. So this feature is available. I can recreate the object at some offset distance. So this is used when we want to draw parallel lines or you want to replicate the same object at certain distance. So if I want to enlarge this, I want to draw another rectangle of same size at a distance of 100 millimeter. Yes, you can do that. Select offset 100 millimeter. Select this object and press on whichever side you want. Suppose if I want to draw it inner side, yes, you can do it. Okay. So this is about the array. Sorry, offset. So here we have completed our modify toolbar. So any difficulty in modify? Any difficulty in modify toolbar? Okay. So now I will give 1 or 2 problems. I will solve 1 or 2 problems on screen how to draw using this toolbar. Then you can practice. Okay, I'll stop my sharing. I'll take 1 or 2 problems. Okay, I'll show you how to draw an object. Suppose I'll take an example. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes.
So I have selected one object. I will first reduce the scale. Okay, so I want to redraw this object as it is, same with the dimension. So how we are going to redraw this object? So this will be, I will post 5 questions in similar fashion. Okay, you have to redraw this object. You have to save it or take a screenshot and then you have to upload. Okay, so I'll show you today how to save it in a PDF format. Okay, and then you can directly upload it. So let us first see how to draw this. Okay, so line option, L enter, starting with some point, vertical line of 15 millimeter. Then I will start with this O point, origin, right? Here, vertical line. Then I want to draw horizontal line of 70 millimeter from bottom. L enter. I can use this 70 millimeter, right? Then just I'll reduce the scale again of this figure. Base point by 0.5 mm. Select this object, scale it by 0.5 mm. Okay, so now it will be visible clearly. So I want to redraw this object. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we are going to actually practice whatever we have learned here. We are going to practice L enter for line. First, I have drawn a vertical line of 15 millimeter, then horizontal line of 70 millimeter. This cut is there, we can give it later on. Okay. So at present, we are going to just draw 70 millimeter. Then a vertical line I want to draw of 15 millimeter. Right. So I leave it as it is. Then I want to draw, see the distance. Total distance is 70 minus 50. So here it will be having distance of 10 millimeter. Here it will be having 10 millimeter. So simple calculations you have to do. 10 millimeter distance. Then vertical. How much will be the vertical distance? The total height is 50, right? So, and from where we got this height, see 35 plus 15, 50 minus 15. So remaining distance will be again 35 millimeters. So here you have to draw vertical 35. Then this distance 50. Then vertical distance 35, and then you can connect it with this point. Okay, now I want to draw at the center. So how can you draw that? So that portion we'll draw it later on, because directly if I go and draw it, it won't work. So I will draw the side view then. Starting from any point, draw a vertical line of 35, then 15 millimeter. Vertical distance, horizontal distance 20. Right. Similarly, from bottom, I want to draw 50 millimeter length and then connect it with this point. Okay. So this portion I have drawn, right? So then next point is I want to draw this center portion. So L enter. I'll use this triangle means directly it indicates that is a midpoint of this, right? I'll draw 35 millimeter vertical line. I will use offset command, O enter, offset. 20 millimeter. So on this side I will draw 10 millimeter, on the other side I will draw 10 millimeter. So I'll say 10 millimeter offset on this side, on the other side. So this center line I have drawn as a reference, so I can delete it now and I'll connect these 2 points. Okay. Now I want to remove this internal line. So TR double enter, remove this part. So I have replicated the same object. Now here at present we are not able to draw the. So I want to suppose from this point, extend it, leave it. Okay, TR double enter, trim the part which is not required. Okay, and the hidden line which is there, we are not able to draw the hidden line at present. So leave it as it is. Draw it as a dark line. Okay, so wherever hidden line is there, in today's practical session, you draw it as a dark line. Then we'll see how to convert that into hidden. So this was the drawing. Okay, then after that we can use the dimensions. Okay, that we can do it in the next practical, how to give the dimensioning to the figure. So today's task is I will post a few problems, 5 to 6 problems of this. You have to redraw it as it is, just redraw it as it is. I will post this recording. Along with that, few videos are there. Okay, a few videos are there. You can go through those videos, and if any difficulty, you can ask me in the next practical session. Okay, so please do subscribe my YouTube channel so that you will get an update of the videos. Although I am posting it in the ERP software, but still if I upload the video, all the lecture videos I will upload it in the YouTube so that it will be convenient for you to access it. Okay, till now I have uploaded all the videos. Sir, can you please extend the deadline? Yes, 1 second. I'll come to the chat box. Yes, may I know the difficulty? Can you please extend the date of submission? What is the difficulty? What should be the naming format for PDF file? Naming format for PDF file, you see, naming format will be, suppose your roll number is 99 underscore your name. Okay. Your name underscore, it will be assignment, right? Whatever the name of that assignment is. Assignment 1. Okay. Or here you can type EG assignment 1. So it will be convenient for you to save it in a particular folder. 99 is your roll number underscore. This is your name. This is the name of that subject. And this is the assignment. Suppose if it is an assignment, it will be posted in this format. Suppose if it is a term worksheet, okay, underscore EG underscore, if it is a term work 1, right? This will be the naming format. Suppose if it is a homework or classwork, whatever, 99 is my roll number, right? Then Vishwas Palve underscore EG subject name underscore. Suppose if it is a homework problem, homework 1. Any difficulty in naming now? So I hope everyone can name. Only you have to change this the last term, that is assignment 1. Do we have to attach any cover page? No, don't spend time in doing that activity. Just click a clear PDF file. Yes, sir, I have uploaded my roll number, so need to submit it again. No, not required. Henceforth, you take care of that. Those who have uploaded, leave it. Yes, any other difficulty? Yes.
Sir, can you please upload the last week's AutoCAD lecture?
AutoCAD lecture I have already uploaded. It is there in your ERP.
Okay, sir.
You can go through my YouTube channel. It is there. All the videos are there. Till now, I have uploaded each and every lecture. And if you open your home page, I'll show you. ERP homepage, if you open, right there, you will get that my videos are I'm been posting that video in the dashboard. Are you getting it? Those videos? The links for the YouTube link I have been posted here in the dashboard. Just I'll show you. So this was my engineering graphic lecture 5 and 6. Right? If you go through all the videos, right, it is there in the dashboard. If you want to view the complete dashboard, click on the dashboard option. All the videos will be there, and if you want to watch it, go to my YouTube channel. There you can click and watch all the videos, because it is very difficult for me to sending the recording link. So I directly upload. You will get a notification of that video, and you can easily watch that at any time. If you want to rewatch it, you can go and on that channel and you can rewatch it. Yes. Any other thing? Any other queries? Yes. So why you want the extension, Sakshi? Sir, can you please extend the date of submission? Is there any specific reason? When is the deadline? Tomorrow.
June 1st.
Then you have enough time. Even if you start drawing today, you can complete. You can submit it tomorrow. And don't wait for the end date. Please take a note of that. Assignments you have to upload day before the deadline on the ERP, because after that you won't be able to upload the assignment. This is final. You won't be able to upload the assignment, right? So you have to upload it well before that. So let me check how many of them have you uploaded the file. So see here you will get those who have uploaded. So it is in batch 1. So no one has uploaded in the batch 1. Back batch 2, let me check. No one has uploaded till now. What is the difficulty? Batch 3, let me check. Okay, in batch 3, students have uploaded. See, this will be the uploaded assignment I will get here. And the date of submission. Yes, you have submitted on 30th. Yesterday, I guess you have submitted. All right. So all of you, please submit. So I can give marks here. So I will open this PDF, right? See, I can view this PDF here itself. No need to write the name and all, right? And while uploading, make sure that your drawing is clearly visible. It is in vertical position. Right now, see, it is very difficult for me to view this. I have to rotate this assignment. So while uploading, you take care that it is rotated well before creating the PDF. Now this is neat and clean, right? So this is the format. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So no need to write this question. Just you can write this number. Yes, this is the format. Assignment number 1, engineering curves. No need to write this complete date of assignment. You can write DOP, means date of performance, or DOA you can write, and DOS you can write, date of submission. That's it. And you have to write the date. Then name. Yes, this is the correct format. No need to write name here again. Just you can write your name and roll number. Okay, you can skip this part. Okay, then page 1 of 2 correct. And in the second page, no need to write this assignment number 1, engineering curves. No need to repeat this because already it is written in the page 1. So no need to do that again. Then next, again the same name, right? This also you don't have to write. You can create a PDF, right? Create a PDF properly, and this should be the format. This is the correct format so that it is visible for me, right? I can easily view this. Okay, here I have, yes, this is the correct format. You can give marks here. Okay, and I can save. Okay, then let me check the next. Why there are two uploads? Aditi, you have
Yes,
uploaded
sir.
2 files. You have uploaded.
Sir, the scanning format was not clear, so I uploaded 2.
Okay, fine. How much is the height here? 60? Okay, fine. So others also, please do upload the assignments on time to get the marks. There are rubrics for assignments, right? Marks are given for.
Did you receive mine 61?
Yes, what you want? Yes, 61 is also uploaded.
Did you receive mine 61?
Yeah, it is received. Okay, and while scanning, see here, one more thing, you can crop this blank space. No need to keep this blank space, right? You can crop it neatly, right? You can crop this. Why this blank space is required? You can remove that space. So now for present assignment, you can keep it as it is, but from next assignment, you have to crop this blank space. Yes, any difficulty in uploading? 4 of them have uploaded. Any difficulty in uploading? Yes, Saili?
No, sir.
Okay.
It was easy only.
Is it convenient for uploading?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but others, please don't wait for the deadline, because at the deadline you won't be able to upload, and beyond that you won't be able to upload this assignment. So well before today evening you complete that assignment and upload it. You are having holiday 2 days. What you did in that 2 days? You should have completed this assignment. Okay, now few more assignments I will add. I will add the AutoCAD practicals then. So you have to submit those things also along with this. Okay, enough deadline was given. How many days were given? See, for assignment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days were given. So only 2 hours are required. 1 hour, maximum 1 hour is required to complete. So you can consider 2 hours, 3 hours required. 5 days were given for that assignment. So you are be able to complete it on time. From next assignment onwards, please take care that the date of submission is 20 on 1st June. So you should submit the next date of performance. Don't wait for the deadline. Okay, this deadline is for, you should be able, if there is some problem in the uploading and all, so that's why the deadline is for 5 days. But assignment you should upload it within 1 or 2 days. Is that clear? Okay, fine. So let us stop the practical here. Today I will upload one more assignment. I will upload one more assignment, that is homework assignment. Okay, homework practical. So it will be for practical sessions. So that name of that practical, I will give the instruction for uploading and all in that same in that PDF format. So what exactly you have to do. Okay. So, and please take care that you have to save that AutoCAD file for future reference. Suppose if you have submitted the assignment, don't delete that file, because in that same assignment, I will give some modification. So assignment 1, suppose if the assignment 1 is on drawing, right? Suppose if you have drawn this, so assignment 1 is for drawing. The second assignment will be for naming this, dimensioning. Right, so that same file you can use for dimensioning. So please save your files so that later on you can use that file for second assignment, because the second assignment for the same thing, it will be give the dimension to the figure which you have drawn in assignment 1. Right, so that will be the assignment 2. So save it properly, proper location, then you can use that for second assignment. Or else what you have to do, again you have to redraw it. Yes, any difficulty? Sir, A4 size paper will be convenient in situation for while for submission of assignment. Yes, you can draw it. Pratham, you complete the assignments. Now, don't wait for the A3 size sketchbook. Those who have sketchbook can draw it in the sketchbook. Those who don't have, you draw it on a blank sheet. But I want the assignment on time. I hope everyone has the sketchbook now. Roll number 6.
Yes, sir.
Where were you? कभी join किया practical session कभी join किया?
Sir, I guess I mean late was near about 20 minutes.
20 minutes में मैंने 2 बार attendance लिया. 2 बार attendance लिया मैंने. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 18. Where is roll number 18? Anand Gupta.
Yes, sir.
कभी join किया meeting?
सर यहाँ पर चार्जिंग नहीं था ना मोबाइल में, इसीलिए सर.
कहाँ पे रहते हो?
नायगांव में सर.
लाइट नहीं है?
नहीं सर, मतलब अभी आ गई है. जब मैंने ज्वाइन किया था ना तो मैंने मोबाइल चार्जिंग में लगाया था सर.
हाँ, मोबाइल फोन्स लैपटॉप चार्ज करके रखा करो जब भी.
हाँ सर, हाँ सर.
हाँ, henceforth you take care of that. तो एक दो बार अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम होता है तो we will consider, but regularly अगर same habit रहेगा तुम्हारा तो ये फिर problematic हो जाएगा. Okay, you can watch the recordings. Okay, those who have missed the practical, I hope everyone is present now. Okay, let us stop here. I will upload the assignment for today's practical session. You have to submit it within 2 days. Okay, it will be hardly taking 1 or 2 hours. You have to practice it. So our aim is to practice. Yes, yeah, one more thing. Suppose if you want to upload this, how you are going to upload this, right? That is the query. Please note down. Everyone is present. So now if I want to upload this assignment, how we are going to upload it. So for today's session, suppose if I have drawn this practical session, so what you can do, why you will go to this icon, right? AutoCAD icon, click here. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There is an option of print, right? There is an option of print. Click on that option. So you will get a window, plot option. You will get a window, plot a model. So there you have to select first, instead of file, name of the printer, what you can select, you will select the ADF or PDF format. Okay, you can select PDF. Directly you can DWG to PDF. Please note it down somewhere, you write it here somewhere. DWG to PDF. This is very important. You have to view this recording again and again. Then size. So at present, what I will do, I will select A4 size. A4 size, what will be the size of paper? If it is, there are two options, landscape mode and portrait mode. Okay, 210 and 297. So 210, 297 is my A4 size paper, ISO A4, which you are going to use. Then what to plot? This option, you have to select display, window, extend limit. So you have to select window option here. Select window, then it will take to my drawing, whichever part you want to print. Suppose two drawings are there, right? Two drawings are there on one paper. Suppose two drawings are there. So you have to bound a rectangle. So whatever drawing which is there will get, see the selected area will get highlighted. Okay, press escape again. If you want to see what is getting selected, click on this window. You will see that the selected area is there. Again, come back, press escape. Then you have to click here center plot, right? Whatever thing is there, you can click the center plot or you can leave it as it is. No need to worry about the center plot. Okay, check the preview, how the drawings will be visible, right? Once you check the preview, your drawing is, see, somewhat like this, right? Landscape mode has been selected. Okay, and drawing is like this. Suppose if you want portrait mode, close the window, you will get this. So here there is a portrait mode, drawing orientation, portrait, and then again you check the preview. See, this is my drawing is going outside the PDF, right? So you can adjust it. How to adjust? Again, go to this window option. Okay. Okay, the window is there. Then click here center plot, and then click preview. So your drawing will be visible. Is that clear? If your drawing is visible, then close this. There is option of OK, right? Click here OK. This file will get saved, right? Where you want to save the file. So on desktop, I want to save. So you can save. Format will remain same, 99 underscore my name. Complete name you have to write, underscore EG underscore PRC01. Okay, this is my prac01. I will save it. Is that clear? How to save it? And this file you can upload it wherever you want. You can upload. I will show you the file, how the file is being saved. It will take some time for saving. Okay, then you can click on this file. So you can see that this file is visible now, right? So you can upload this file. In second practical, I will show a few more features, how to write the name and all. Okay, at present, we are not going to write name and all. In the next practical session, I will give you the name, what exactly dimensions, then how to write the naming and all. That features we are going to learn in the next practical. So I hope you will be able to upload the today's assignment, today's practical. So for convenient, today I will upload only 3 problems. You have to complete those 3 problems and you have to upload it. Okay. And those who don't have AutoCAD software, for them, the assignment will be different then. I will post them a different assignment for them. Okay. It will be from engineering, graphics, engineering curves problems will be there. Okay. Along with that, there will be a quiz on today's and previous practical sessions. So that also you have to attempt. Okay. So fine, you can stop. You can leave the meeting. Thank you for attending the practicals.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Still, if anyone have
Thank you,
difficulty,
sir.
session is open for queries. Do you have difficulties?
Sir,
No, sir.
Yes.